Rod, with the team's stated goals of winning as many games as possible while developing young players, how far do you think the team progressed this season?
Well, Ben, I think we had pretty good progression. I think when the season started, most people predicted that we were going to not do very well. And, the first half of the year, we were a couple games below 500. Had a little bit tougher go of it the second half. I think a lot of that had to do with the schedule got a lot more difficult. After the 41st game. But I think some real good things happened. Some of our young kids got better. I thought Carter was terrific this year with his all-around game plus his leadership. Devin Harris, the first half of the year, was dynamic. Is a top candidate for the most improved player in the league, made the All-Star team. Brook Lopez established himself as a coming really good player in the front court. And I thought there were some real good things.
Mm-hmm. And with all the focus on development, do you think some of the veteran contributions might have been overlooked?
Definitely. Guys like Bobby Simmons, who both started and came off the bench for us, made a lot of big shots, was a very good three-point shooter. Jarvis Hayes was consistent the whole year. Had his best year, I think, since second year in the league. Really played well. Keon Dooling playing both 1 and 2. Was a real good clubhouse guy for us as well as a big contributor on the court. And then he ended up starting a bunch of games for us toward the end of the year. So Trenton Hassel started several games for us, had some good contributions. Josh Boone, I think, when he got back in the lineup the last 15 games, had some good games for us. So we got a lot of contributions from guys who have been around the league for a while. Our bench outscored the other team's bench in 4/5 of the games we played in the last 20 games. So I think those guys did a real good job.
Looking at individual players, you mentioned Devin Harris made the jump to All-Star this year and is a candidate for Most Improved Player. How did he most improve this season, and how does he make the next step?
Well, I think we ran an offense that was guard-friendly, and he had a lot of opportunities. With his quickness, he's almost impossible to stay in front of. And I think he attacked the basket at will most of the year. I think he improved his jump shot. Still needs to improve his three-point shot, but just created a lot more opportunities than he's been allowed to do really in his previous time in the league. I think he got better as a passer. His assist total went up as the season went on. And I think that, he could, I think he's capable of being a 20-point scorer and a 10-assist guy. There are very few people in the league who can do that.
And Devin played alongside Vince Carter, who successfully transitioned to playing with another capable backcourt scorer. What about Vince's game enabled him to do that so well?
Well, Vince is, he's one of the premier talents in the NBA. I mean, he can do anything. He has great hand-eye coordination. He has great athletic ability. He understands the game. He's an all-around player. There are very few 20-point scorers, 5 rebounds, and 5 assist guys in the league. I think there are about 5 of them total. And I think he added leadership to his core of skills this year, became a much better leader, and, really had a lot to do with how well we played.
And Brook Lopez has been a leading candidate for Rookie of the Year all season. Where did his game improve the most this year, and what does he need to work on to make another jump next season?
Well, number one, Brook played 82 games. Very few people play that many, so he's durable. He got much better at recognizing situations. whether it be double teams, whether it be places to be on the floor defensively, got better as the season wore on. I think that with the skill set he has and with his size, he's got a tremendous upside. He's just touching what he can do. And I think he's the kind of guy that will work at it. And I think he's the kind of guy that will keep improving.
And looking towards this coming off season, what areas does the team need to improve the most in?
Well, when you look back over the course of the season, defensively, we never achieved to the level that we need to achieve in order to be a good team. We had a problem defensively. We were 29th in the league in guarding the three-point shot, number one. We had a problem with pick and rolls all year and getting guys where they should be and then getting them to make stops. So I think that's one area we definitely need to improve in. And then we had a 20-game stretch in the second half of the season where our rebounding just really fell off. And we had been a pretty good rebounding team for the most part. But in that 20-game stretch, we just, we weren't going after balls as hard. We weren't boxing out as well. We just had to me, like a mental letdown. And so we need to rebound the ball better and we need to guard better.
With those areas in mind, how are you approaching the upcoming draft?
Well, we're hopeful that wherever we draft, be it somewhere around 11 or in the top 3, that there'll be players there that we like and, players that might be able to help us.
Now, you can't mention any specific names, obviously, but what's your take on the upcoming free agent class?
Well, again, you don't know everybody that's going to be in there. There's certain guys that, that have options at their option that they don't have to exercise until sometime in June. So I would say it's an average free agent class.
Okay. And considering the economy, league-wide, how active do you expect the trade and free agent markets to be? And do you think money or talent will be the main factor in most decisions?
That's hard to say. What will be the biggest factor? There are always teams who are trying to get rid of players who have big contracts to try to put themselves in a better position vis-a-vis the salary cap. So you'll see that. You'll see some of that, I'm sure. It's been a buyer's market now for the last 6 months. So, a team like Chicago ended up, to me, getting into the playoffs because of a trade they made late in the year when they got Salmons and Miller. And I think there are other opportunities out there for teams that are diligent. And I think you're going to see some pretty significant trades.
And is there anything you'd like to tell the Nets fans before the offseason begins?
Well, even though we made some strides, we're still not happy because we at least didn't make the playoffs. That's what we're working for, is to get our talent level and to get our team to a point that we can be competitive with anybody every night. And we've got some good young players, and we want to keep adding to that base and make the fans proud of the product we put on the floor.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ben.